Hailey Welch is somebody who is no stranger to this channel. She certainly had her time to bask in the rays of fame and fortune, but now her media career is all but over. Her podcast is dead, and she has now become a cautionary tale of a dense, brain-dead bird that flew a little too close to the sun.
You were the chosen one!
To be clear, Hailey Welch never did anything particularly awe-inspiring or great to earn a place in the spotlight of media's eye to start with.
I really thought I was done? I'm just getting started, baby.
She literally blew up from a dude asking her about her sausage-sucking skills.
You gotta answer this. You got it.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that huck to and spit on that thing. You get me?
Now, if you think telling the entire world about how to moisturize peen is a feat worth throwing thousands of dollars at, then you're also probably the kind of person that believes this piece of technology guided us to the moon and back to Earth in 1969. I swear I'll punch Neil deGrasse right in his fucking face. Anyway, while most people would choose this particular point in her life to praise her for turning this fatherless moment into a lucrative opportunity by starting a podcast and doing guest appearances for retarded amounts of money, fortunately, I'm not as gullible. Because it's not like Hailey Welch ever did anything on her own to start a podcasting career. She quite literally did nothing and had a podcast put in her lap, which was then endorsed, marketed, and funded by none other than Jake Paul through his Better Media company. And some people might have thought of this as the equivalent of Mark Cuban investing in the next big think tank idea, but I promise you that there wasn't any big thoughts that went into investing in Hailey Welch's media career. The idea was, hey, this girl that has all of 3 brain cells is on a hot streak. She just went ultra mega viral for saying "hot yeah" and being her dad's greatest disappointment, and we should give her a show. That was it. That was the big thought. So anyway, most of you already know that on her journey to become a social media icon, Hailey Welch made a crucial mistake. She agreed to allow her newly sanctioned brand to be used to endorse a meme coin. And like most scummy Americans who dream of ways to get rich by scamming or grifting their way into financial wealth, shout out to Ian Dunlap's, the Grant Cardones, and the EYLs of the world, she threw herself into the crypto world with reckless abandon. Now again, because Hailey has the brain power of a grape, I can buy that she didn't have a clue as to what was about to happen, because this is the same girl that had no idea what crypto even was. But alas, ignorance is not an excuse for grifting. And when Hailey's meme coin rug pulled all of the idiots that bought into it, which was 1,000% deserved, by the way, because why are you investing in something that you don't understand? Discussion for another time. Anyway, when the Tuah coin rug pulled and left everybody without a pot to piss in, it also effectively killed Hailey Welch's media persona and any amount of buzz that she had. And Hailey's response, which has now become a certified meme of its own, will go down in history as one of the funniest moments ever recorded live.
Hailey Welch of Tuah Girl fame abruptly left a crypto Q&A to go to bed, and a new catchphrase was born.
Hey guys, I hate to interrupt you, Nick. Hello there. But anywho, I'm going to go to bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Okay.
Over on TikTok, users are taking on the sound to escape messy situations, like getting out of losing a game, escaping too much TV watching time, needing to hang up a super long Discord call, and bidding a necessary farewell to your many, many screens.
But anywho, I'm going to go to bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Some are using the sound to highlight Haley's cartoonish voice. Some are suggesting that this soundbite could have saved Nixon a la Watergate and could still save the United Healthcare CEO killer. But others are using the sound to talk about the crypto mess itself.
But just in terms of the fact that there's fees that are being generated, there's an actual,
Hey
source
guys,
of income.
I hate to interrupt you, Nick. Hello there. But anywho, I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
So how did Hailey Welch get to the point where she needed to extricate herself from a very sticky situation?
Let me ask you real quick, do you have a meme coin coming out?
Yes, today.
Today?
Yes, ma'am.
On a December 4th X post, Hailey announced her Huck coin was live.
My Hawk meme coin is live.
Immediately after, the coin saw a meteoric 900% rise. But within hours of that, Huck coin nosedived by about 91%. This sudden drop led to accusations of pump and dump, where the price of a coin is artificially inflated at and during its launch, only to be sold close to its release, knowing its value will quickly drop.
You know, I'll give her this. She was at least aware enough to know of her surroundings, okay? To know that there was a killer in the room in CoffeeZilla, and to get the fuck out of there and hit the sack. Everybody in there could feel what was in the air and what was about to happen. CoffeeZilla was about to rip her team's head off because they had no answer for him and no answer as to why they started a meme coin in the first place and what their goal was. And Hailey wanted no parts of the bloodbath that was already happening in front of her eyes. So she got up out of there, took her little 2 brain cells and shut them down for the night because she'd already maxed out their performance for the week. So good idea in the moment, but bad idea in the moments after, because this would single-handedly destroy her career. The scrutiny and backlash of this incident turned all of the positive buzz around her name into roadkill. It completely killed her momentum. And as a result, Hailey Welch faded back into obscurity where she belonged all along. But, her story wasn't over. It was only to be continued. Now tell me, okay, does any of this sound like something the world needs a documentary on? No, like I'm serious. Well, somebody let me know if I'm off, because maybe I am. But does this sound like a story that needs to be put into a documentary form to be analyzed and studied by the world over? You know, maybe the world would like to know more about the dumb chick that was working at a spring factory in Tennessee that the world was momentarily enamored by, all because she said "hook to" on that thing. I mean, this is America, so you gotta love it. You gotta take the good with the bad, right? By the way, that documentary is supposed to detail the life of Hailey Welch growing up in a bumfuck town with no social media presence, and somehow blew up for 15 minutes into a, and I use this term with extreme air quotes, global sensation. If this documentary ever gets released, it is going to go certified do water bronze, okay? Nobody's looking for this documentary. Not even Hailey Welch's family is looking for this documentary. So the lowly anticipated Tuah podcast, even after all the backlash and after Hailey Welch took a 5-month break, has returned. And with her most viewed videos being the episodes that feature KSI with 92,000 views, and the most viewed even remotely close to that number since her return with 42,000 current views, being a quote tell-all video where she pretty much spends the entire video dodging accountability and putting the blame in the lap of her team for what happened to her meme coin. And in a really weird moment, by the way, in that video, she even tries to get her co-host to, like, I don't know, admit to being an idiot for falling for the crypto rug pull idea too, so she can get like a co-signer to, like, I don't know, back up her stupidity. It was really fucking weird.
I don't know, it was very stressful because I couldn't get my point across, and I had to just sit there and let people call me a scammer, a crook, all sorts of different things. It was stressful because, I mean, I couldn't sit there and defend myself and tell them what happened. I was told not to say nothing.
Yeah. So how'd you even get introduced to, like, the crypto space?
I mean, it was just like any other deal that gets brought to you. Like, the deal got brought to my managers a few times by different people. I don't know. I was very hard to persuade at first because I've never heard anything good about the space, like Bitcoin, crypto. I've never heard anything good about it. And I didn't know enough to really get into it, I don't think. But I finally gave in and just done it. It sounded like it was going to be a great thing.
We were excited for it. There was definitely good moments.
How long it's been? Motherfucker, you fucked up, huh? You fucked up, huh? You know your ass is due.
I mean, leading up to it, it definitely had good spots because, I mean, you were promised some money out of it. I was promised money out of it for marketing it, which I think you helped me market it too at one point, did you not?
Yeah, I was the one videoing it and sending all the ads for it.
So, I mean, we were both promised money up front for doing that.
Anyway, with these being her most viewed videos compared to the traction that she once had, it's painfully clear that Hailey Welch's Tuah podcast peaked in the very first episode. 2.9 million views in the world of YouTube is no small feat by any stretch of the imagination. And that was the views she had on her first video. But it's clear as day that ain't happening again. And it's obvious that the hype that surrounded the greatest moment of her life was enough to get people to pay attention to her for 15 minutes, but not enough to sustain a long-term media career because, well, Hailey Welch isn't interesting. She doesn't have the appeal or witty banter of a Candace Owens, nor does she have the ability to captivate an audience with her POV on really anything.
So did you make anything from the coin at all?
So the only thing I made from it wasn't even from the coin. I got paid a marketing fee. That's all I made. I did not make a dime from the coin itself.
So you got paid for promoting it, or?
Just promoting it and putting all the work into it, like the videos and stuff that I do for him to post. That's what I got paid for. But the coin itself, like anything that was raised from that coin, I did not make a dime off of it. But at this point, like everything I paid for, like PR crisis, a new lawyer, stuff like that.
All that money went to that?
Every bit of it went to that.
It's safe to say at this point that Hailey Welch blew it, okay? Hyperbole. A little hyperbole for you. You get it?
Huck, Tuah, and spit on that thing. You get me?
Anyway, she's been back for about 2 months now, and it appears that her audience either got tired of waiting for her or they simply jumped off of the Tuah bandwagon, which honestly is a lesson for creators like myself and any other creator out there trying to maintain a media presence. There are very few people in the world that can disappear for months and come back to YouTube and still achieve the same level of visibility and viewer support. Off the top of my head, there's probably maybe 5 people that I can think of that can just do that. That can just disappear, leave their channel completely, and then come back and they have still hundreds to thousands to millions of views still. Can it be done? Sure. But I wouldn't recommend it, especially for beginner creators. But let's be clear. Hailey Welch fucked herself the moment she agreed to take for granted her overnight success and parlay it for a quick cash grab by selling her idiot fan base a meme coin that was never going to go anywhere but off the nearest cliff. This is a lesson that I hope reaches anybody else looking to wager their media career on the back of a crypto token. Sometimes that quick cash comes at the cost of long-term cash. Only a fool would wager the possibility of losing the latter. But hey, if and when this horrible documentary drops, I will be right here to bring you all of the lowlights from it, because that's what friends are for. Catch y'all in the next one.